All right, everyone, thanks for tuning in to this daily horoscope. My name is Athen, and this is for September 15th through the 17th, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week. Okay, so the moon's going to be shifting into Orion on Monday. Now, I want to mention in this video about Orion. Now, Orion doesn't actually touch the ecliptic, which means the sun doesn't actually go through Orion. Now, the moon touches it, and some other planets touch it, but as far as the actual ecliptic, the sun doesn't. So what this signifies is if you look at Egyptian theology and you look at the story of Osiris and Isis, she essentially, well, the long story short, Osiris got split up into 14 different pieces along the Nile. And Isis had to go up and pick up all of these pieces. Now what that really symbolizes in the astrology is that she only found 13 pieces. She didn't find the 14th piece. And if you look at the constellations along the ecliptic, there's only 13 signs that actually touch the zodiac. And that's including your normal 12 plus Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus does touch the ecliptic. So long story short, 13 pieces she found. That's the 13 signs of the zodiac. The 14th piece, however, she didn't. And that's symbolic for Orion, which is the same as Osiris. Orion and Osiris are the same archetype. So in essence, Orion doesn't touch the ecliptic, which means she didn't find it. The sun doesn't, it's metaphorical. The sun doesn't shine over Orion. So she didn't find the last piece, which was Orion. And that signifies you. That signifies you. You are Orion. And the astrology, spirituality, tarot cards, oracle cards, all these things, they symbolize the other 13 pieces, which is in essence learning about the different elements, the different energies of the universe. But at the end of the day, the last and final piece is you. You are the last and final piece. And so what this signifies is when the moon or any planet or anything's transiting Orion, it's really a time to, go within. Maybe take a break on the astrology, take a break on the spirituality stuff, and look within and realize that you are that final piece, that you have all the other 13 pieces. They're all incorporated into the 14th one, which is you, the final piece of the puzzle. And everything you need is there. All the information you need is there. Everything, your abundance, the talents, skills, traits, all that, everything you need is within you. All the answers, essentially. So do this on Monday, guys. Tap into that true self. Tap into who you are. Now, on Tuesday and Wednesday, the moon's going to be shifting into Gemini. And Gemini, in essence, is eternal life, playfulness, joy. It's the twins. It has to do with Pollux and Castor. And they're, in essence, higher dimensional beings who understand that they're just enjoying a temporary state of being. They understand that they're eternal. And they live forever through consciousness, and their current manifestation, their current embodiment is just temporary. And that's why they're so playful. That's why they're so lighthearted, because they know there's no time limit. It's not like you're going to live and then die. It doesn't work like that. You're eternal. You live on forever. And when you realize that, you tap into a tremendous amount of freedom and enjoyment in your life. So tap into your eternal nature on Tuesday and Wednesday. I think that's going to really free up a lot of things. It always does. It always frees us up when we realize that we're eternal, right? And there's a tremendous amount of playfulness and joy that comes out of that. Now, this is opposite Pluto in Sagittarius, which really signifies that, if we're doing this stuff on our path, if we're not enjoying ourselves in the process, then what's the point? What's the point of the path if we're not enjoying ourselves? So really incorporating enjoyment on this path, on this journey, I think is really emphasized here for these Tuesday and Wednesday. Now, the sun's going to be entering Virgo on Tuesday, which signifies a time when now for the next 30 days, we're going to embody the physical realm. And Virgo, in essence, is divine love in the material, in physical reality, and realizing that everything around you in physical form is spiritual. It's all from source. It's all stardust, and not just in a physical sense, but in a spiritual, etheric sense as well. And so tapping into Virgo is seeing that, seeing the spirit behind everything physical. And so that's what we're going to be called to do for the next 30 days, especially with the sun there. It's going to be letting ourselves shine, enjoying, bringing conscious awareness to the immense spirit and gratitude that we really have for the material realm when we see it as a spiritual thing. Because we don't always see the physical realm as spiritual. In fact, it seems like it's opposite. Virgo opposite Pisces seems very different. But it is spiritual. And seeing that allows us to go through those Virgo energies, to be grateful for what we have, to shine through our work, to take care of our bodies because we see them as spiritual vessels, etc. Now, Virgo's been in, Mercury's been in Virgo, and he's about to finish. So there's been a lot of learning that we've done or understanding over the past 3 weeks in terms of Virgo. And sometimes, Mercury leads the way into a sign, and that's exactly what Mercury did with Virgo. He led the way. So we had 3 weeks to really understand what Virgo's all about in this current energy sense before the sun moves in there. So reflect on what you've been learning in the past 3 weeks in terms of the health, in terms of the routine and the physical, and what you can do to bring more enjoyment into your life, and use all that you've learned to now shine in that 6th house area for the next 30 days. Now on Wednesday, Venus will be opposing Chiron, so I think there will be some healing taking place in our relationships on Wednesday. And Venus is still in Leo, so it's still about that, that divine love and realizing that our connections with others are strong and they're spiritual, but they're from the heart. And when we do that, I think we're finishing up this transit with Venus and Leo and finishing up some of that energy, but we're pretty well acquainted with it in terms of hopefully opening our hearts in our relationships. And so whatever this last little bit we're going to be doing for these next few days in terms of that, I think we'll find very healing, especially on Wednesday. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.